Don't underestimate the power of this moment. Your presence here now is no coincidence. Your child deserves to be protected with the utmost strength of heaven, and you have the opportunity to make that happen. Prepare your heart, open your mind, take a deep breath, and let each word that comes in the next few minutes penetrate your soul, bringing peace, courage, and unshakable faith. This prayer hasn't come to you by chance. You who feel a restless soul, a heavy heart, and a mind full of worries are about to experience something that transcends the physical world, the direct protection of Saint Benedict over your child. Every word you hear has been prepared to ward off evil, break invisible chains, and envelop your loved ones in a light that nothing can penetrate. You've probably tried everything: ordinary prayers, silent requests, hopes that seemed lost in the air. But something inside you knows there is a deeper protection, a stronger light capable of warding off all negativity, every spirit that approaches to cause pain and suffering. This is precisely where Saint Benedict comes in, with his ancestral strength, his power to drive out evil, and his divine shield to protect your child. Before we continue, I want to ask you for something very special. Subscribe to the channel now, turn on notifications, and don't miss any videos, because every day we bring you a new, powerful prayer designed to touch lives and protect what you love. This simple, yet faith-filled action connects you to a current of light that grows each day, strengthening your heart, your hope, and most importantly, your child's life. Take a deep breath and feel the power of faith approaching, like a calming and strengthening breeze. Imagine the presence of Saint Benedict beside your child, his hand blessing, his gaze fixed on warding off all evil, all envy, and every negative spirit that tries to approach. Each word of this prayer will be an invisible shield, each phrase a wall of light, each invocation a force that breaks through any shadow that threatens the peace and joy of those you love. Today, you will take a step many don't have the courage to take. You will declare out loud and with absolute faith that nothing and no one can touch your child. You will call upon Saint Benedict as never before, asking for all his protection, all his strength, and all his spiritual authority to manifest powerfully. Know this: the universe, the angels, and the divine light itself are ready to hear you, respond to you, and act in defense of your beloved child. Feel your heart race, for this is no ordinary prayer. This is a direct invocation for protection, the warding off of evil, purification, and spiritual victory over all enemies, both visible and invisible. Imagine your child protected in a golden light, enveloped in peace, serenity, and security, while all negative forces are broken and expelled with no chance of return. Every word you utter will be a command of faith, a shield of love, and a powerful cry against the evil that dares to approach. O glorious Saint Benedict, holy protector against all evil, we turn to you in this moment of faith and urgency. With humility and trust, we place our son's name before you and ask for your infinite protection. Drive away from him all darkness, all invisible forces that seek to disturb his life, his mind, his heart. May nothing evil come near, touch, or influence his path. By the power of your sign, by the power of your holy name, and by the shield of your cross, we plead, cast out every evil spirit, every envy, every negative energy, every intention that seeks to harm our son. May divine light envelop his body, mind, and spirit, making him unattainable by any enemy, visible or invisible. May every shadow be shattered, every chain of darkness broken, and all evil be banished forever by your sacred power, Saint Benedict. Holy Protector, strengthen the faith of our hearts so that we may remain steadfast in the face of trials. May courage and serenity fill our souls, and may our son feel the presence of your protection every day of his life. May the angels sent by God walk beside him, guarding every step, every breath, every thought, and may nothing disturb his peace, his health, his joy. We place ourselves under your sacred mantle, Saint Benedict, trusting in your powerful intercession. May each word of this prayer be a sword of light that cuts through all darkness, a wall that nothing can penetrate, a force that repels every enemy. May every evil spirit bow before your power, and may our son live safe, free, and protected through the love of God and your powerful intercession. May this protection continue day after day, night after night, in every moment of our son's life. May God's peace through you, Saint Benedict, be constant and unbreakable, and may all negativity be destroyed, dissolved, and driven away forever. But now we feel the need to raise our voices even louder, crying out with strength and determination. Saint Benedict, in the name of divine light, enters every corner, every shadow, and every space that may be occupied by evil. Reveal everything that seeks to approach our son, and may it be immediately exposed, confronted, and defeated by your sacred protection. May no evil spirit, no envy or negative intentions be able to remain for even a moment. May all darkness that attempts to stalk your path be confronted by the strength of your cross and the authority God has given you. May every invisible threat be shattered, dispersed, and transformed into pure light, with no possibility of return. We feel the power growing within us, Saint Benedict. The energy of faith envelops us, strengthens us, and gives us courage. May this prayer become a shield that not only protects but also purifies, cleansing any trace of negativity that may be nearby. May our son feel now, in this moment, the presence of God and his holy protectors, surrounding him with incomparable love and security. O beloved saint, let this moment be a milestone, a turning point, in which all evil realizes it no longer has room to act. May divine light overshadow every shadow. May protection become so strong that no enemy, visible or invisible, can resist. May our son's every breath be filled with faith, courage, and serenity, and may his heart feel deeply that he is safe, loved, and guarded by the hand of God. At this moment, we raise our prayer even higher. May all evil that attempts to approach be compelled to retreat. May every negative force be dissolved, and may heavenly peace be irreversible. May the presence of Saint Benedict be a living wall, invisible to human eyes, but absolutely impenetrable to any spirit that approaches with ill intentions. Now we feel the power of Saint Benedict intensifying, enveloping every corner, every thought, and every energy that attempts to touch our son. May every shadow, every envy, every malicious intent be confronted by the light of heaven, forced to retreat before the divine authority that you, Saint Benedict, manifest. With each word of this prayer, we invoke the sacred power of your cross, the strength of your protection, and the authority God has entrusted to you to drive out all evil. May no negative spirit remain, no invisible enemy find refuge, no attack materialize. May everything that seeks to harm our son be immediately dissolved, crushed, and driven away, with no possibility of return. Guardian Saint, may your presence be so intense that every cell in our child's body, every thought in their mind, and every heartbeat be surrounded by an impenetrable wall of light. May every sound, every shadow, and every intention of curse be transformed into pure protective energy, converted into faith, courage, and serenity. We now feel, Saint Benedict, the spiritual battle intensifying, but we trust completely in your strength. May every attack, every envy, every spirit that dares to approach be immediately undone, defeated, and cast out, leaving no room for resistance. May the divine light grow, expand, and strengthen with each passing second, until all negativity becomes incapable of existing in the presence of our Son. May the faith that moves us now be a powerful wave, crossing every invisible obstacle, crushing every shadow, purifying every space, and filling our Son's heart with absolute security, unshakable peace, and divine love that nothing can touch. At this moment, we cry out even louder, Saint Benedict. May all darkness perceive the strength of your protection. May every spirit of evil retreat, and may the light of God manifest with uncontrollable intensity, enveloping our Son in a shield that nothing can penetrate. May this strength grow stronger with each passing moment, until every enemy realizes they have no place here. At this moment, we feel the presence of Saint Benedict even closer, like a light that never fades and a force that cannot be stopped. Every word we utter in this prayer is a barrier against evil. Every thought directed toward protecting our child is a blow against any negative energy that tries to approach. Saint Benedict, we ask that your sacred hand touch every part of our son's life, his body, his mind, his spirit, his home, and everything around him. May any shadow that lurks in silence be immediately revealed and dispelled by the power of your divine protection. May every evil intention realize that it has no room to act. May every attack be undone before it even manifests. And may the peace of God prevail with irresistible force. Holy Guardian, increase the intensity of your light upon our Son. May this light penetrate every invisible space, every thought that tries to bring fear, every energy that seeks instability. May nothing that is contrary to God's will remain. May all evil bow and depart, recognizing the authority of your sacred power. May the shield of Saint Benedict become so impenetrable that every shadow feels the touch of divine light and is instantly dissolved. May every spirit, every envy, every negative energy realize that their time for action is over, and that heavenly protection now governs every second of our son's life. We feel the spiritual battle approaching its peak. But we trust fully in your strength, Saint Benedict. May the faith that moves us be the sword that cuts through all darkness, the wall that blocks all evil, and the shield that keeps our son safe, protected, and enveloped in divine light. At this moment, we raise our voices in supplication, knowing that the power of God and the authority of Saint Benedict are with us. May every breath, every heartbeat of our child, every step he takes, be surrounded by this absolute protection. May every negative energy that attempts to approach be repelled with increasing intensity until it becomes impossible to exist in the presence of the divine light and love that envelops him. At this moment, Saint Benedict, we feel the power of your presence as never before. Every shadow, every negative energy that dared to approach our son now encounters your impenetrable light. We ask that your divine authority manifest itself absolutely, expelling any spirit, envy, or malicious intent that still tries to linger. May every space around our child be completely purified by your protection. May every dark corner be illuminated by the light of heaven, and may no opposing force be able to resist your power. May every opposing thought, word, or action be immediately nullified, dissolved, and transformed into the energy of love and faith. Holy Protector, we sense that the spiritual battle has reached its critical point, and we cry out for your complete and total intervention. May the strength of your cross, your wisdom, and your spiritual authority break all the chains that attempt to imprison, intimidate, or harm our son. May the protection he receives be so intense, so absolute, that any enemy will immediately realize there is no room for action. May our son's every breath, his every heartbeat, his every thought be enveloped by a wall of divine light, so powerful that all evil is forced to retreat, unable to find any way to remain. May the faith that unites us now, together with your presence, Saint Benedict, be an unbeatable force, a barrier that nothing can cross. Holy Guardian, we invoke your strength at this moment with maximum intensity. May every evil intention, every envy, every shadow be revealed, confronted, and defeated. May divine light penetrate deeply into every place where evil might try to hide, and may this light grow stronger with each passing second, growing, expanding, and making any resistance impossible. May the feeling of protection become so real, so intense, that our child feels now and always surrounded by an inviolable shield. May the presence of Saint Benedict be constant, powerful and unshakable, preparing the ground for all evil to be finally expelled with no chance of return. Holy Saint Benedict, at this moment we feel your overwhelming presence, enveloping every corner, every space, and every cell of our Son. May all evil that still dares to approach perceive the unbreakable strength of your protection. May every shadow, every envy, every evil spirit be immediately confronted by the light that radiates from you, Saint Benedict, and expelled without a chance of return. We ask that your sacred cross become a living shield around our Son, an invisible wall that repels any attack, any negative energy or malicious intent. May no opposing force be able to penetrate this barrier of divine light, and may every attempt to harm be nullified before it even touches its path. Holy Protector, we sense that the spiritual battle is reaching its climax. May the light surrounding us be so intense that all darkness instantly dissolves. May every evil spirit be cast away, and may all negativity be reduced to nothing. May each word of this prayer be a powerful sword, each invocation a hammer of light, crushing every presence of the enemy. Saint Benedict, strengthen our Son's heart now. May he feel your protection, your presence, and your strength in every breath, every thought, every step. May the faith that envelops him become impenetrable. May God's love through you be a wall that no negative force can break. May every attack, every envy, every shadow that has approached be confronted now with the full power of heaven. May all evil realize that its time has come, that its dominion has ended, and that the light of God and your authority, Saint Benedict, now govern this moment with absolute supremacy. At this moment, we cry out with all the strength of faith and hope. May divine protection be intensified. May all evil be pressed, crushed, and repelled. May every shadow disappear, and may our Son feel, in a tangible way, the absolute security, the serenity, and the immeasurable love that only the presence of Saint Benedict and of God can offer. Saint Benedict, at this moment, we feel the power of your presence grow even stronger, penetrating every corner, every shadow, and every space that attempts to threaten our Son. May every negative energy, every evil spirit, every envy or opposing intention be immediately confronted and defeated by the power of your cross and the authority God has entrusted to you. May every inch of our Son's path be enveloped by pure and inviolable light, making any evil action impossible. May every thought, every feeling, every breath be surrounded by a wall of divine protection, impenetrable and constant. May God's love, manifested through you, Saint Benedict, become an unbreakable shield, repelling any attempt at disturbance or attack. Holy Guardian, we sense that the spiritual battle is reaching a point of maximum intensity. May every shadow, every envy, every spirit that tries to approach be confronted with a force that cannot be resisted. May all darkness be exposed. May every evil intention be crushed. And may the divine light grow until no possibility of evil remains. Saint Benedict, we invoke your supreme power at this moment. May every negative presence be expelled, may every attack be dissolved, and may all evil realize its time is over. May our Son now feel deeply the absolute protection that surrounds him, the serenity that envelops him, and the divine love that cannot be shaken. May each word of this prayer become a powerful cry, a command of faith that breaks through all barriers of darkness. May the light that protects our Son become so intense, so vivid, that no shadow, no spirit, and no opposing energy can remain. May the power of Saint Benedict expand, strengthen, and dominate every moment, preparing the ground for all evil to be definitively driven away. At this moment, we feel the proximity of the pinnacle of protection, the imminent spiritual victory over all invisible enemies, and the manifestation of divine light that completely envelops our Son. May the presence of Saint Benedict be so strong that nothing can approach, and may every negative force feel now that it has no room to act. Holy Saint Benedict, we now feel your overwhelming presence, enveloping every breath, every heartbeat, and every thought of our Son. May every negative energy, every shadow, every evil spirit feel your authority and be forced to retreat, giving no chance to remain or resist. May the light that emanates from you, Saint Benedict, penetrate deeply into every corner of our Son's life, his mind, his body, his spirit, and his home. May every thought of evil, every envy, and every contrary intention be immediately exposed, confronted, and destroyed by the divine power that protects us at this moment. Holy Guardian, we feel the spiritual battle reaching its maximum intensity. May all darkness, all opposing energy, all shadows that have dared to approach be crushed, repelled, and dissolved by the power of your protection. May our Son now feel absolute security, complete serenity, and the living presence of God in every moment through your powerful intercession. Saint Benedict, we ask that your holy cross become an unbreakable shield around our Son. May no attack, visible or invisible, be able to penetrate this barrier of light. May every negative force be instantly reduced to nothing, recognizing that there is no power capable of opposing your authority and God's protection. May each word of this prayer be a sword of light, breaking through all darkness, each invocation a spiritual hammer that destroys all evil, and may each of our thoughts, united with your presence, be capable of expelling any opposing energy that still tries to approach. Saint Benedict, we feel spiritual victory approaching. We feel the light growing and the strength of protection becoming unbreakable. May every shadow now realize that there is no more room for it. May every evil spirit recognize that its time is over, and may our child be completely surrounded by divine power, ready to live in peace, love, and absolute security. Holy Saint Benedict, we now feel the power of your presence as never before. Every shadow, every evil spirit, every negative intention that dared to approach our Son is forced to face your powerful light. May all evil realize that it no longer has room to act, that its power is null before the divine protection that now surrounds every moment of our Son's life. May the sacred light emanating from you penetrate deeply, enveloping every thought, every feeling, every step, every breath. May nothing contrary to God's will be able to remain. May all negative energy be crushed, dispersed, and dissolved, unable to return. Holy Guardian, we feel the spiritual battle reaching its peak. May every shadow be confronted with full intensity. May every evil spirit perceive the authority of your cross. And may all darkness be instantly expelled. May the protection of our Son be so intense, so living, so absolute, that no evil, visible or invisible, can resist it. Saint Benedict, we ask that your presence manifest itself with all its power at this moment, creating an unbreakable wall of light around our Son. May every attack, every envy, every negative energy be transformed into nothingness, recognizing the supremacy of divine power and your sacred authority. May each word of this prayer be a cry of faith that breaks through all barriers of darkness. May each invocation be a force that destroys every presence of evil, and may the light that protects our child become so intense that no shadow, no spirit, and no opposing energy can remain. Saint Benedict, we feel that spiritual victory is near. We feel the light expanding. We feel the protection growing, and that every evil that still dares to approach is about to be definitively driven away. May the divine presence and your sacred strength completely envelop our Son, making him safe, loved, and impenetrable. Holy Saint Benedict, we now declare with all the strength of faith, may all evil, all envy, all negative intentions, and every evil spirit be immediately expelled from our Son's life. May no shadow have power over him. May no opposing energy come near, and may divine light, guided by your sacred hand, reign completely and absolutely on his path. May every corner, every thought, every breath of our Son be completely protected. May his mind, heart, and body be surrounded by a wall of light so powerful that no evil can ever penetrate it. May every evil spirit recognize the authority of Saint Benedict and the power of divine protection and be immediately dispersed and destroyed. Holy Guardian, we feel victory coming to fruition. May the peace of God, through you, surround our son permanently. May he live free from all attack, safe, loved, protected, and guided by divine light. May each day be filled with serenity, faith, joy, and the certainty that nothing can disturb him, for the presence of Saint Benedict and God are always at his side. In the name of Almighty God, in the name of Jesus Christ, and through the intercession of Saint Benedict, we decree that all darkness be banished, all negativity be destroyed, and all evil be definitively expelled. May this protection be eternal, unbreakable, and impenetrable, and may our son live under this sacred light forever. Amen. If this prayer touched your heart, and you feel that Saint Benedict's protection is already at work in your child's life, leave a comment below with the phrase, Saint Benedict, protect my son now. By writing these words, you not only strengthen the chain of prayer, but also send a request for pure faith that echoes to the heavens. Feel the energy of divine protection flowing through you and your child, and know that together we are creating a wall of light that no one can penetrate.